Young Kings Wrestling Podcast. You got to do it.
I had a dream that all of God's children tuned in to episode 124 of the Young Kings Wrestling Podcast, featuring the Sovereign Soundboard. As always, you can find us on most platforms streaming podcasts. If you're on iTunes, leave us a review. Links to all the platforms and the merch are available at ykwrestling.com. You follow us on Twitter. I'm done. Welcome, everybody. I couldn't keep up with it. I tried. Join us. I'm sorry. Join us on social media with the hashtag YKWPod or hashtag YKWrestling. Either or. I am the Thespian TC Fontaine, joined by Ravishing Reek Rude. If you didn't get the gist of it, happy Dr. MLK Jr. Day. If you're not off today, your job ain't shit. I recommend highly getting another job. If your job making you go in on the holiday that's representative of Dr. King's birthday. Happy birthday to Dr. King as well.
Hey, Rick.
How you doing today, Reek? That tickled me very much.
I'm good. Yeah. That was that was a good shot at it. You know.
I tried. I gotta watch that Boondocks episode now that I think about it.
Facts.
What you been up to, man?
Oh, I'm chilling, man. Chilling. I'm enjoying this weather. I'm getting snowed in right now.
Hey, I don't miss that. I don't miss it, man. I seen it was looking crazy. Yeah, can't relate. At least not right now. You never know. It snowed a few years ago, so it might. Yeah.
What?
It snowed. Like I went into the store. I came out the store. It was snowing like crazy.
Oh, you're in the desert.
I know, man. Like for 2 days straight. Like it snowed and then it snowed again the next day. And yeah. So, and then on top of that, we had to deal with like, I don't know what it was. It was like grasshoppers or something. It was just like flying around like crazy because the winter was like longer. So because the winter was longer and it was wetter, longer than usual, it was a lot of moisture. And so nature is crazy. To sum it all up. I don't really remember exactly. I just know it was just when Vegas got a lot of lights, right? Mm-hmm. Whatever these things were attracted to the light. So it was just shit just flying all over the place. It was crazy. I don't recommend that. That wasn't fun.
It's wild as hell.
It was all in your face. Yeah, it wasn't fun. Hey man, we've been checking out any wrestling. That's all we do. We watch wrestling all week long. It never stops. So like, I checked out some old stuff on the Peacock, on the WWE Netcock, on the whatever you want to call it. I told you I was gonna watch Royal Rumble 2002. That's my favorite Royal Rumble of all time. I checked it out. It always hits. It never does not hit. Like Undertaker getting eliminated, beating Maven's ass. Yeah, and I think that's where our good friend Matt Ritter's hate for Jeff Hardy might have stemmed from, because Jeff Hardy was illegal when they eliminated the Undertaker out of the Royal Rumble. Well, they had a hand in helping Undertaker get eliminated, so possibly that might be where it stems from. I'm not gonna say I understand it, but I get it. I mean, because Undertaker was bullying them first for like 2 months.
That's true. I was about to say, yeah, that he kind of was being an asshole for no good reason.
But I mean, you can't just be entering back into the Royal Rumble when you eliminated, even though Undertaker literally did the same thing. but it was one of my favorite moments. I really thought Maven was dead. And then I thought he killed The Rock the very next month too. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Tombstone him on the car.
Threw that man through a popcorn machine, bro.
Man.
For
Yeah,
no
Royal
reason.
Rumble 02. Probably, I'm gonna say this right now. This might be a hot take. Vince McMahon, Ric Flair in Atlanta at the Royal Rumble, probably one of the best like street fights of at least that era. Not better than Triple H and Cactus, but Vince, like early 2000s, Vince getting in street fights. This man was crazy. Like the match versus Hogan was nuts. The match versus Shawn Michaels was crazy.
I definitely forgot about the one he had with Rick, but no, Vince was doing that. When
he was about that. Like, he ain't gonna let nobody do what he not gonna do.
Right.
I also watched. I don't know. I had an inkling to watch some old Saturday Night Main Event episodes, and I watched the very last one they had before they relaunched. 1992 November, just like about 2 weeks before Survivor Series. Shawn Michaels won the Intercontinental title off of British Bulldog. So yeah, that was a good match. That was a really good match. Bret Hart beat Papa Shango for the world title. So this is around that time they was really trying to push my guy, Sir Charles, up there. Yeah, so many gimmicks, all of them legendary. He the only dude with like legendary gimmicks that never made it out the low card.
Yeah.
Like he's probably the only one I could think of with multiple. Some folks, I can't talk, I'm sorry. Some folks only have one. He got 4. Well, he got 3. We ain't counting the good father.
Yeah, no.
We're not gonna count the good. He had 4 gimmicks, 3 of them legendary. One of them got into the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Coltrane. Big Coltrane. Hey, all right. I am I've been waiting for this, man. I've been waiting for this one. Let me get my stuff ready. You already know what it is, man. This is the latest edition. Peasant of the Week.
I'm packing the edits, guess what?
These peasants, you peasants.
We are in another version of Unfriended. See Reek screen messing up again. So first, before I get into this Peasant of the Week, I'm gonna need Reek to fix his screen because it's gonna distract me. Because we will wait. Man, it's crazy.
This is not going to cooperate today.
It's not. You're messing up my segment.
Ah, damn.
Come on, screen. Get it together, baby. I'll wait.
All right.
We good?
All right, cool.
We good. Okay, so let's do this again.
I'm packing the edits, guess what?
These peasants, you peasants.
Peasant of the Week, episode 124, Young Kings Wrestling Podcast. First, I want to give a shout out to Santana Jackson. You don't know who Santana Jackson is. He's a professional Michael Jackson impersonator on the Las Vegas Strip. He also performs on the streets of Las Vegas, you know, Fremont Street downtown, on the Strip as well. Wherever you see a dancing Michael Jackson on anywhere in Las Vegas is more than likely going to be him. But one thing people may not have known, if you happen to see him go viral this past week, this is not his first time going viral. Previously, he went viral because he is a wrestler out here in Las Vegas. You may have seen him do that moonwalk DDT a couple years back. That's him. He was our first interview ever on Young Kings Wrestling. So go ahead, check that out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you go watch that interview. Santana Jackson, he was viciously attacked on Fremont Street in downtown Las Vegas this past week. I don't know the name of the person who attacked him. So I'm gonna call him Fred. He looked like his name might have been Fred. Fremont Street Fred Bring that ass here, boy.
Bring that ass here, boy.
Fred, so you want to be starting something? Huh? You yeah. If you've seen the video, I seen the video posted a few days ago, and it just went viral like earlier today or yesterday, whatever it was. As you see, Mr. Santana Jackson, he is getting into it with the tourist, posting on his official Instagram page, and he captioned it. I have the full caption just for context sake. That's why I train. I'm not trying to hurt this guy, just trying to restrain him from swinging at me. Gives into an explanation about what happened. He says, so I was performing and this guy came out of nowhere and started hitting me. So I had him put him down for his own good. Please know, I don't think fighting is the answer. So try to avoid a fight if you can. Stay safe. And that was it. And if you've seen the video, he did. He restrained him. He did his best to restrain him because he's a trained professionalist. And really, if you're picking fights with people in Las Vegas, all these boxing gyms and these UFC gyms around and these wrestling schools, come on, you should know better. But I agree with that statement. Fremont Street Fred, if you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change with yourself, because you can't just go around here picking fights with people who are out here trying to make a living. Like I said, when you don't know their background, that could be very, very dangerous, okay? I'm sure you didn't expect the Michael Jackson impersonator to beat it after you started antagonizing him. So I didn't either. You probably thought it was going to be as easy as ABC 1, 2, 3. He had that boy down bad. It was all bad. Whooped his ass.
You know, I love how much this dude lives his gimmick, because that caption was written in the exact way that I could see Michael Jackson saying something like that if that were him in that situation.
I don't agree with fighting.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
he had him he had him in that chokehold for a while though.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
oh, why we got, like
He didn't stop till he got enough.
like we why you gonna attack my dude like that? Like that's how you feel?
Man,
Come on, son.
crazy
Gotta
drunk
do better.
people in Las Vegas, that's just human nature. So
Gotta do better.
that was like 7 or 8 Michael Jackson puns. I think that.
Facts. I'm like, yo, he had to prepare this for a minute to make sure he got a couple out.
Oh yeah. That's what I was saying. I'm the thespian. I do funnies.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I saw that the other day. Dude had to be down so bad to engage in this type of ignorance.
Yeah. And I mean, if you've been to Vegas, a lot of people just go on the strip. If you go to downtown, that's a lot of what you're gonna see. I done seen somebody get knocked out a few times downtown. Slump.
Oh man.
Slump.
I was about to say, when we was walking through the casino the one night, we didn't even know this dude was like passed out on the floor.
Oh man.
Through MGM.
I wonder what happened to him.
I
feel like somebody knocked his ass out.
Right.
He was out for a minute too.
Because it was a cup on the ground with ice
outside of a classy nightclub on a Friday night too though.
That's what I'm saying. Like
on Fremont Street where this took place ain't even nothing like that. It ain't nothing like that. But yeah, I seen a dude get slumped on Fremont Street before. It was crazy. Like I was waiting for my Uber and I don't know what happened. Got into it. Dude cocked back, bloop. He hit the ground hard as hell. He laid out for about 10, 15 seconds. His homeboy was just standing over checking for him. He reached his arm up, grabbed a cigarette, took a puff of it, and just laid there. Like, yeah, I feel you. I get it, bro. I get it. I'll be stressed out too. Got his ass cooked. Got his ass cooked.
That's full blown resignation.
Oh yeah.
Like you understand the consequences of your actions. You just gonna lay there in it.
Man. Hit him with that.
Oh.
I seen a bouncer body slam somebody one time as well. I don't know what happened, which is crazy because like I saw that. I already didn't want to go out that night. I got dragged out of my apartment and I already didn't want to go out. and I seen that, and I was like, "This how this night gonna go." And actually, my night was worse after that. But yeah, I seen like it was a dude. He was starting stuff with the dude that was checking the IDs at one of the bars, but he slammed his ass. He stepped out. He stepped out of his post, picked him up, boom, got back, started checking IDs like nothing happened. I was like, oh, okay. That's how we getting down. This how we getting down.
That man clearly had a dead relative that dude started talking about, because you just get up and start putting the work on somebody like that.
Real quick though.
With nothing else happening in between. Like, nah, he hit some kind of trigger. Like, yeah. That's bad.
That's why I don't like working with the public out here, man. If I gotta work with some people that got alcohol in their system, I don't enjoy my work shift. No, sir. Never again. Never again. What else happened in wrestling this week, man? Charlie Haas returned to national television out of nowhere. I had no idea. I did not see this coming. I'm just watching Impact, and I just see some music start playing. I have no idea who's interrupting Josh Alexander this time. Last time it was Jonah, aka Bronson Reed. This time it's Charlie Haas. So Moose, where is Moose getting these motherfuckers from?
I don't know. But I mean, like,
you that afraid of Josh Alexander? You bring Charlie Haas. Last time I heard of Charlie Haas, I thought he was retired. This was like 4 years ago.
I felt like that was true.
I know wrestlers never retire for real, but
yeah,
I didn't know he like I seen like he was booked for some indie shows like a couple months back. And I was like, oh, Charlie Haas wrestle, cool. And now he on TV again.
Yeah, no, I definitely thought he was done at some point. So, but this stuff, it's like it's never confirmed, so we never really know. But I mean, like, first night he come to, it's like grand opening, grand closing, because he got like a concussion or something.
Did he?
As soon as because that was because I heard about the taping. It was like he showed up there, and the first night he got stretchered out.
Damn.
They wanted to like know if it was, a work or something like that, but he actually got a concussion. Like, wow. Grand opening, grand closing. That's crazy.
That's tough, man. That's tough. I hate when that happens. I don't know how to follow it up. Because I was interested in seeing that match, and now I was like, maybe they taped it. I don't know. Hopefully.
Yeah, because
hopefully he good. I don't like hearing people getting stretchered.
Nah, that's bad, man.
Oh, bad. Also, you see this AEW rap album?
I heard about it.
That's how y'all respond?
I have no interest.
You don't respond for like a week and a half, and this how you respond? 2 weeks, week and a half, something like that. It was almost 2 weeks.
It's like they find new ways to be insufferable. Like, and we're this close to Black History Month. We're this close, and y'all want to pull this shit now.
This is like when the Senate was kneeling with the kente cloth.
Oh.
You remember that?
Bro.
And maybe that's an extreme example. I'll give a less.
No, it ain't.
But just I mean, for the sake of me getting this stuff out that I wrote down. Also, I'm gonna give this at least extreme example. You remember the episode of The Office, Diversity Day, and Michael Scott had everybody put the Post-it note on their forehead, and it said like Asian, and then like it said like Jamaican, and it said some other stuff. That's what this like Tony's. Well, I almost called him Tony Scott. Tony Khan is like Michael Scott in a way. He just finds these ways of not getting it. and we respond with the rap album. I mean, a rap album, okay, but a rap album that features Max Caster on it is just like, that's not good. Like, no. It does not make me proud to be who I am.
Like, a rap album with Max Caster, and I can directly relate to this reference because I used to live in the city. Max Caster is that dude now that's out there on the street selling his bullshit ass mixtape that don't nobody want. That's what the AEW mixtape is gonna be with Max Caster.
Yeah, man.
That's what y'all doing. Being that person. Nobody wants that. Stop it.
I agree.
And stop doing this shit around Black History Month.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit, man.
Hey, I gotta start doing this around Black History Month, man. You're not making this position that we have about y'all any better. You're just feeding it.
I say, oh, I know what to appease them. They like rap, don't they? They like those bars, don't they?
Oh.
Who the best rapper in AEW? It's a question. It's a good question.
Yeah, that is a good question. I couldn't even tell.
It ain't Caster.
No, hell no. I have to look at their roster.
They still got Snoop around. Is Shaq still signed? Shaq might be their best rapper. Now, if Shaq was on the album, I would listen to it. If y'all put Shaq on the album, I'll probably check it out.
Some of y'all don't know Shaq actually got bars.
No, Shaq got crazy bars, for real. He went head to head with Biggie and Biggie Prime when Biggie was alive. Go check that out.
I remember when he was taking shots at Kobe, he had a whole disc for that, man.
Oh, no, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
Oh, man. That was a trip.
Yeah, Shaq was on that joint with Papoose and Bun B.
Oh, shit.
You Can't Stop the Rain? That shit was hard. I listen to that all the time. He went crazy.
Yeah, no.
Shaq got a platinum. Shaq got like 2 platinum albums. Come on now.
Yeah, if Shaq is on the roster, he definitely.
Shaq and John Cena are only wrestlers with platinum albums. That's facts. That's facts.
And shout out to Cena for acknowledging what we already knew for many years. The You Can't See Me being inspired by Tony Yayo, because I'll never forget. But when the first time I saw that video, it was like
So Seductive.
It was just a couple months after watching Cena do this shit for the first time, and I'm just like, hold up, we gotta start putting 2 and 2 together. Like who's biting off of who right now?
It took almost 20 years for him to tell us something we already knew.
Right.
But
that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, what's going on?
It's that closure. It's the closure that matters.
Yeah. I wouldn't have expected to see him talk about it in 2022, but I'm like, hey, listen, truth is truth.
Pay your respects, man.
I was making a rap album, so.
And the album hard too, though.
It is. Like
it's legit hard though.
When I first heard
you got rap legends on the album too, though.
Right. When they first heard that they was making an album, I was like, okay, all right, you dragging a little bit too much. Like,
I was like, you lean into this gimmick hard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I doubted for a second that he had the depth like that. Like, okay, you could have 1 track, even 2, saying to do your interesting.
All I heard was like 3 songs from him.
Yeah. We talking about a whole
16, 17 tracks on it, and it was probably like all but maybe 2 was fire. There was a couple songs I ain't like on it, but for the most part, he was going crazy. Yeah. And his cousin was on there spitting too.
Right, yeah.
So the fact that like one of my favorite rap albums of all time is 2 white boys is crazy. And one of them is a WWE wrestler playing Peacemaker.
Right. And I remember when they had the Badman video that came out.
Badman video? Hell yeah.
I was like, yo.
Bumpy Knuckles on a couple tracks too.
And they just joint type hard right now.
Like, folks don't know who Bumpy Knuckles is, though. Y'all wasn't outside.
Nah.
I mean, John Cena had that song with Merce. Y'all know who Merce is. Y'all wasn't outside. John Cena got a couple songs with Wiz, too. That's the most random one.
They did it for
2K.
2K15, yeah.
No, John Cena lost his bars, though. Like, he don't got them no more. He don't got that hunger. No. In that song, it was like, I'm contractually obligated to do this shit. I'll drop some.
Right, yeah. He was like, listen, I am a member of society right now in Hollywood. I will not be engaging in these actions no more.
I'm mad we never got that John Cena Method Man track after they was on the cover of SmackDown magazine. Should have had that happen.
I wanted to see that Cena and that was it Fab or was it Jay-Z that he was supposed to battle at me?
I think he wanted Jay-Z, but it was supposed to be Fab. Both fell through.
Yeah, I wanted like give me Fab. Like Jay was never gonna happen, but give me Fab at least. I would have said
there was a bunch of wrestling fan rappers that you could have got to back then. It's always been wrestling fan rappers. It's never not gonna be a thing. They was too busy pandering to Saliva and Corn and Disturbed and Limp Bizkit
on repeat.
And well, Three Doors Down.
Hard with this.
Oh no, the WrestleMania 17 packages, yeah, them cold. The My Way for the main event, that's top 2 and not 2 hype packages all time in WWE history. Yeah, that is a factual statement.
You can't beat that.
That's a factual statement.
You can't beat that. That's real shit. You know what I was thinking the other day too?
What
up? When I was talking about Cena. You remember when they had on the on the website, he had the videos up where he was answering questions, answering fan mail, basically.
Mm-hmm.
That used to be a set. Like I used to watch that every single week because that was dope as hell. And that was when I realized like he was like kind of mixed up a little bit. Like he was into his character, but he was also like himself on some some goofy shit too.
Yeah,
it was like okay, all right. He got he got another side to him that's what you really got to see. That was kind of dope. They don't do that no more. Now everything is out there in the open. Like everything about whoever.
Yeah, that's everybody open book. All you gotta do is open Instagram, man.
Yeah.
You see your favorite wrestler is chilling poolside on a Thursday morning. That's the crazy part. It must be nice.
That's getting old. Cause everybody doing it.
Everybody. All y'all got pools. I get it. A lot of them be sharing pools though. A lot of y'all go to Matt Cardona house, use his pool to take pictures and go home. The jig is up. How all y'all pools look the same? How all y'all pools look the same?
Now that's a fact. Cause like half of y'all live in Orlando. So it's like y'all just.
I'll say, hey Matt, let me use your house for about $60. I got it for an hour.
Taking a whole photo shoots at the crib, like
Matt Cardona ain't turning down money. Like hell yeah.
No, he ain't.
What I got this pool for? He probably got a booking website and everything.
Got to.
I would too.
I better see Cardona in the Rumble too.
Facts. We gonna speak that into existence. We got one more episode after this week. So we really gonna talk it up next week.
Hell yeah.
And all week on Twitter.
I want my theory to be completed. So I need to see it.
It ain't his theory, but yeah, we want it to be completed. I got you, Malik. Hey, taking credit for it. Come on, son.
Listen, y'all check the tapes.
Yeah, I need to check the tapes. I mean, Yeah, I guess it might be your theory. You right. You did say it first.
I'll share it with my homie since he ain't here. You know what I'm saying? Because he brought it up first. I was just sitting on it because I hadn't brought it up yet because I meant to talk about it, but I'll.
He did bring it up to me. Maybe it was on tape. I don't recall, but I do remember this being something that was talked about like 2 weeks before our award show when it was officially presented. Yeah, we're gonna speak that into existence.
Yes, sir.
I need to hear that woo woo woo. You see what he posted earlier today?
Nah, what happened?
It was I think he got a match. I think it was a Joey Janela coming up Hammerstein Ballroom. And he was like, I wish Vince McMahon could be here sitting right here at the garden right before I walk out so he could tell me how proud he is of me or some shit like that. I'm paraphrasing. But
didn't I say it though? Didn't I say the greatest validation that these dudes get that'll come up is that handshake and that nod of approval from this man. That is the best validation they can receive.
Yep.
The guys that were young and got inspired to be wrestlers, they wanted it for the moments. They wanted it for like the mania moments, the crowd, stuff like that. Once they in the business and they see stuff, how it works backstage, it's all about that. When they come back through that curtain and they get that seal of approval from the boss. Because at the end of the day, you can love him, you can hate him. The greatest wrestling promoter of this generation and probably last generation too is Vince McMahon. Point blank period. Can't do nothing about
Fact. Not even that. Nobody is going to be better than him.
No.
Because wrestling will never be as good or as great or as popular as it was 20-some years ago. It's never going to be a thing.
Yeah.
He is the only wrestling promoter in the history of wrestling has been a thing, at least like pro wrestling as an attraction, been a thing for like maybe 130 years or so, maybe a little bit more than that, around there.
Yeah.
He the only one that made $1 billion off of it.
Right.
The only one. Y'all gonna tell me this man don't know what he doing? Come on.
Yeah, you
know what he doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't gotta like what he's doing, but
yeah, if you don't like it, it's cool. That's one thing. Don't say he don't know what he doing. Like you can do it. Can you do it? I wish I could do this shit.
Right, like to take
That's
something that was basically just
a circus act.
Right. It was a sideshow. I was about to say like it was part of the circus scene. To take something that goes from that and completely assimilate it into the mainstream culture to the point that now it's almost kind of like a factory. Like you got wrestlers that come up big, and once they get big enough, they transition to Hollywood, and now everyone knows them stars from one place to another. Like Cena's there now, Rock has been in there, it's highest paid actor in Hollywood. Eventually, Roman going to like
Sasha, but even like I was watching a movie a couple weeks ago, and I see this big tall dude, and I'm like, he looked familiar. It's Kurgan. You remember Kurgan?
Oh my God. Why does that name sound familiar?
He was in WWF maybe like 1996, 97 or so. But yeah, Kurgan was in this movie, and I was like, he looked familiar. And I was like, even he can transition into being in movies. Like, that's how much of a machine it is.
Yeah.
And only Vince McMahon did that. You tell me Vince McMahon don't make no stars, man. I don't want to get to talking about Vince McMahon the way y'all be talking about Tony Khan, but like one of these things is objectively true, and the other one is just imagination running its course. And it's not mine. Mine is not the latter. I'm speaking just facts right now.
People just got
undeniable, opinionated facts, but it's a fact nonetheless.
It is like people gotta fit the narrative because they hate WWE so much that it's like whatever the alternative is, we gotta just start kissing ass as much as possible on that. And
it's a lot of things I hate too, man.
And yes, people do kiss billionaires' asses just for the record.
Y'all do,
just
especially when they don't deserve
it. Yeah. In case we got any, if we're not clear about that, some people that feel that billionaires don't need their ass kissed.
They're billionaires. Like, why don't they? Of course they do. That's how they remain billionaires. You got people kissing their ass.
I'm about to say, Vince literally has people kiss his ass on national
television
for people to see
for years, for like 5 years straight.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but every now and again when he wanted to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Come on, let's be real.
Let's talk about some wrestling, man. This past week, we only talk about 3 shows on here for now, but we talked about Impact a little bit. I'm gonna need y'all to start watching Impact because that's the most I ever seen y'all talk about that show in a very long time as it was airing. And I appreciate it. I was like, look at this love. This is what we fought for, baby. It was what we stuck it out in them trenches for y'all to love Impact Wrestling the way I do.
Hey, man,
So we here.
I might have to swap one of my shows for Impact.
I've been trying to get into watching NXT UK again. I'll be forgetting. And now Walter leaving, so like
Oh, listen.
I'm gonna check out that match he had with Ben Carter.
And
I forget Ben Carter's new name, but
you know, shout out to Dragunov, but if that's the only reason for me to watch the show, I don't know if I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they got some nice looking they got some nice looking sisters on there though. I was shocked. It's a couple of them.
Okay. Might have changed my mind about that.
They've been featuring more black people on there lately too, which is like I didn't expect, because I forget that they're black British people, so I wasn't really expecting to see black people on the show.
Nah, real talk. I know it's true, but every time I see it, it's still like
It's
it
fake.
tripped me out a little bit. Like, where that accent come from? That ain't real.
It's fake. I was I applied for this it was like this remote position, but it was like in the UK. And I met with them on Google Meet. And this whole time I'm like, damn, it's really black people in London. And they really talk like that. Like they really had the accent and everything. What they look like just regular black people. It's crazy. It's like I'll be watching something and I see an actor that I don't know. And I go look at their Wikipedia and come to turn out they British. But they be talking like Americans on the show. It's crazy. Like if y'all watch Power, the teacher, she British.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Oh, whoa.
I just found that out.
Hold up, bro. Hold up.
Like Idris Elba.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, Idris.
But he be British a lot too, though. So like he don't be trying to hide. Everybody else be American and everything. Oh, y'all watch BMF? Lamar?
Nah, I gotta get into that. Joint.
Oh man, you missing out. He looking it up though.
Yo, stop playing, bro. Yo, that's crazy, bro.
Crazy.
Yo, she played that shit so smooth, man.
Man, they be having good American accents. I'll be tripping. Like, I wish it was a demand for British act. I'll go over there and be in all that shit.
Damn.
You show your house like, hello, bro.
Yeah, man. Damn.
What are you lot doing today, man?
That's good acting.
It's really good acting, look. You're good acting, bro. I don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, what show we gonna talk about here, man? Raw, SmackDown, NXT.
I mean, you get Raw.
Monday Night Raw. Let's talk about that. Yeah, Raw. It was dope. We kicked it off with a face-to-face Bobby Lashley, the almighty Bobby Lashley. He got to win the title back so he get his full name back. But Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar, it was bad because like Brock Lesnar somehow, some way has gotten amazing on the mic. But I be thinking about it and like Brock, he kind of always been okay on the mic when he messing around. Like y'all remember the mariachi promo? Like y'all remember that?
Well,
that was masterclass on the mic from Brock Lesnar.
That was prime Brock.
But he said some shit about Bobby Lashley, and it's like I wasn't mad at it because I mean, until he beat Brock, he is a Brock Lesnar wannabe. Like he everything he want to be. He the only one begging for the match. He been the only one begging for the match this whole time. Because that's that inferiority complex. It sucks that it's true. I hate that it's true, but
He got his ass cooked. He got cooked.
Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
and it's gonna mean a lot more if and he should beat Brock Lesnar. So if he does beat him, it's gonna mean a whole lot more after that promo. Like remember Craig beat Debo, now who's the punk? What do you think about that segment, bro?
I didn't like his words at first, but then you gotta go back and look at the track record. He came in the same way, you know what I'm saying? He just run through a bunch of people. got pushed hella quick, was technically in a Mania main event by his second year in.
Yep.
Like,
won the title.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got his first his WWE title, just earlier this year or last year rather. So I mean, I can't be mad at it. Like he hasn't been there as long, but it's like you can see the parallels to it. So I don't know, man. Like you on to something now. Brock got to win. I mean, Bobby got to win.
Okay.
Because
I was about to say.
yeah. Yeah, no, Bobby got to win because we got to get our almighty WWE champion back.
Yes.
Plus, if they want to free up Brock to go do whatever they're trying to just set up with Roman, that now you have it out to do that. So I'm just looking forward to the slapping fest because it's gonna be a whole lot of that going on.
Gonna be a whole lot of what? Oh, I wasn't ready. Hold up. It's gonna be a whole lot of what?
Big meaty man slapping meat.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Elsewhere on Raw, Alpha Academy, they finally get it done and win the tag team championships. Tucker is in shambles. Nikki ASH turns on Rhea Ripley. And when I was thinking about it as I'm watching it, I'm like, yo, she was never not crazy at any point. Like, she literally thought she was a superhero. That's kind of crazy when you think about it. That's kind of cuckoo.
So
it was cute, but like when you sit down and think about it, yo, this bitch crazy as fuck. Alexa, she was crazy.
Oh yeah, no doubt. What it got me thinking though, because she's still trying to be, the superhero, but now she bad. So like, basically, we going like the super villain route. Like, she gonna be like the nigga chin, basically. Like she's gonna change the colors up and start just stalling, beating the shit out of people when she, run by. Like, oh, she gonna fly by and steal you real quick and then fly off. Like that's what we gonna do now.
Hey, how many times have we referenced the Fairly Odd Parents on this show?
Hey man, it just fits. Sometimes it just works in there.
Hey, I have some thespian analysis here, just as an actor's perspective. This is Nikki Cross, Nikki ASH, whatever, Nikki Star, whatever. It was a journey. You know what I'm saying? That's what we call it. That's what we call it in a scene. We call that the journey. You're getting from point A to point B. The character has an objective in the scene, and the journey across that scene is them getting to that objective or getting to the next obstacle or whatever. And it was a great journey by Nikki in this promo. Like it gradually escalated perfectly to that breaking point. Like, it was perfect. I think she got chops for it. Maybe she acted before in the past. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I gotta watch it back because I got caught it like midway through, up to the point where like her and Rhea just started having the back and forth stuff like that. I'm like, oh, so one of them gonna turn tonight, like that's obvious. But it just you could feel all the tension built up, and then the perfect swerve hit because I didn't think that it was gonna be Nikki at first. I'm thinking Rhea is gonna be the one to turn because it just felt like it made more sense. So when Nikki pulled up on, I was like, oh, okay, all right, we're going that route. I dig it. That's cool. But no, I gotta watch it back.
Yeah, that was a good segment. I enjoyed it. Cause I didn't know where they was going with it at first. They just standing in the ring talking. Like, I didn't know what was going on. And it did what it was supposed to do. So we will see where they go with Nikki going forward. And also we getting Doudrop versus Becky Lynch for the women's title. So I did some research, and this is the first time two British women have headlined a major WWE event. First time ever. Becky's from Ireland, Doudrop from Scotland. Hashtag Trivia King.
And just for disclosure, people that are mad about Doudrop being in a Raw Women's title match clearly do not know who Piper Niven is. And so y'all need to do y'all research. That's all I'm going to say about that.
She should have beat Kaylee Ray. That's neither here nor there. We ain't going to talk about that. I enjoy Kaylee Ray's reign, but God, that was the one you should have did. Cause y'all didn't bring Dewdrop up for like 5 more months after that. I could have gave a couple months of title. Come on, son.
There's always somebody that should have done it. Like Ember should have beat Oscar.
Yeah,
We ain't gonna talk about that either. Y'all just
I was a proud Ember Moon hater. I was glad that did not happen. I was glad of that. Yeah,
I was just happy to see. I was happy to see another black woman getting pushed, properly. At least when she was in NXT. Like,
yeah,
I was down with it.
Her husband is the king of black women. Y'all know that?
Yeah. See, this was long before I found out about that. Long before.
I knew that like early in her run at NXT. That's why she never got over with me. Plus the jeans. The jeans were also egregious as well. If you go Google Ember Moon jeans, you'll see them jeans come up, and like she's stepping on the feet, all that. Her jeans was too it was like she had Charlie Flair's jeans on. It was too long.
Oh God.
If you know, Ember Moon is like 6 inches shorter than Charlie Flair, something like that.
I'll say yeah, give or take.
Yeah,
But Charlotte taller than everybody though.
true. Except maybe Raquel. But
oh yeah.
And Rhea Ripley is the tallest 5'7" woman I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I don't believe it. Yeah, we're gonna stop lying about these people's heights out here, okay? Because let me tell you something.
Adam Cole is not 6 foot.
He's not. No, he's not.
Chris Statlander was towering over this man.
Well, I'm 5'7". They tried to tell me that, and I talked about this before. I think both Jordan Devlin and Indy were about, I think 5'7" or something like that. Hang on. And Indy, listen.
Indy good, 5'10".
At least. I said she's 6 foot. But I'm like, no. Yeah. So they said, yeah.
Hers is tall as shit too.
They said Jordan and Indy were both 5'10". We see how tall Jordan is. We see how tall Indy is. There's no way they're the same height. So that means Indy gotta be 6 foot. So I mean, we got to stop lying about these people's height. Come on now. Unless they showed up wearing risers in their boots on purpose.
Yeah. It's like Adam Cole says he's 6 foot. I've seen a picture of him with Zack Sabre Jr., who is also 6 foot, and Zack Sabre Jr. is a good 5 inches taller than this man. So is it Uchi Wally? Is it one mic?
It's ain't Britt taller than him? Talking about he's 6 foot?
I don't think so. I don't think so. But I've seen a picture of him and Chris Statlander. I guess they did something on TV. I don't know. I don't watch it, but they was standing face to face, and she was kind of right here with him. Adam Cole, good 5'7" at least.
Right. Come on now.
At the most, rather.
Please stop the cat. Just be honest.
Only actors can lie about their height.
Well, yeah, that's true though. And they do. And
Tom
they
Cruise.
do all the time. So,
Don't believe it. Tom Cruise is not 5'9".
Wow. Let me start it on Tom.
Shout out to Tom Cruise, man.
I'm just gonna say it's a reason why Family Guy made him the same height as Stu.
Facts. Big facts. Let's talk about NXT, man. Our main event. I want to know your thoughts on the main event. AJ Styles versus Grayson Waller. I want to know, because I'm watching the match, I'm like, he not that bad. Did his stock rise a little bit with you after this match, or is it still a work in progress? Do you see some progress having been made from it's currently January from when he debuted in September? Is it noticeable, or it's still not hitting with you?
All right, so I'm not gonna knock his in-ring work, because we know AJ could have a great match with a broom, but like he showed up to work and they put on a damn good match. So I'm not gonna knock the in-ring work. His gimmick don't hit with me. That's really what it is. Like you just NXT's resident douchebag or something. Like I don't get what it is you're trying to convey. So I mean, and then you come out dressed up like a boxer when you wrestle, like you wearing these Hawaiian shirts that look weird as hell. Like I need some clarity on what it is you're trying to sell with this gimmick. But no,
yeah,
I mean,
like Jake Paul. That's all that is.
I guess so. Like
That's the only explanation I can think.
Yeah, like something along those lines. You the social.
Hey, he getting heat like
guy.
crazy though. So
he is. So I mean,
he doing his job. I can't complain too much.
There's something to it. I just need to figure out what it is.
I wish people hated, like, because a lot of people don't like this guy, like, for real. And it's not like they don't want to see him. It's just like he doing his job that well. I wish more wrestlers were like that. I think if he really stick to it and he improve on the little things that's kind of holding him back, like his ring gear, maybe, he don't got to dial the character back, but I think, a little bit more, fine tuning with it. I think he gonna be a trendsetter. He gonna get all the wrestlers back. Stop doing that shit, pandering to the crowd when you're supposed to be a heel. I hate that shit.
Right.
Be a heel, man. I like heels that be heels.
Yeah, I think,
like MJF, I like him. He like MJF do a little bit too much for me, but he a heel though.
Yeah, he go over the top with it. But no, I mean, I will say, I was not playing that when I saw that was the main event. I said I wasn't gonna watch it. I'm like, I'm gonna watch.
You wasn't gonna watch AJ Styles.
But that was my thing. I'm like, okay, I mean, it's AJ. Like that's what made me say, you know what, I'll take a look at it, see if it's any good, But no, I get Grayson Waller his chops for, the in-ring side of it. It's gonna take me a minute to get around to everything else. But
that's fair. See, that's the thing. See, he has these new characters that you might not know anything about them because they are brand new, and he's giving them a chance to improve because they're brand new, because they're rookies. Everybody you done seen wrestle on your television screen who you know and love, they done started out being new at some point, not knowing how to work at some point, and you gave them a chance. So like, why you ain't giving these new folks a chance? You always talk about how they don't make new stars, and when they try to make new stars, you don't want to have nothing to do with it. What sense do that make?
Damn, it's hot in here, isn't it?
It's big hot. I don't feel like looking for it. I'm gonna just do it. Elsewhere, what were your thoughts, sir, on the crowbar on the pole match? Tony D'Angelo defeating Pete Dunne.
Where's the Bradley Beal soundbite? I told y'all what was gonna happen. I've been told y'all what was gonna happen. It wasn't
Bradley.
Hey, Bradley, my bad. Nah, I'm like, yo, listen, I told y'all what was gonna happen, man.
I knew what was gonna happen.
Like, wasn't nothing surprising to me. That honestly, truthfully, I couldn't have pictured it any clearer than that. You know what I'm saying? Yet he's the one that gets his hands on the crowbar. He hits that good shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Pete Dunne doesn't look weak for it. It's like that. That was exactly what I said. It's like he's gonna go out there. We know. I think he's maybe going up to main roster with Ciampa, but that's a whole different conversation.
Oh, yeah. I think he's gone.
Yeah, but it's like he's not losing no steam off of this match. He's just building up this guy. I was like said before, all of these new people that they're introducing in NXT 2.0, they're the ones that are carrying the show going forward. So it's like he needed a statement win going forward. This was that statement win, and because Pete Dunne is planted in the the hall of NXT greats at this point in time. So that's
dating back to UK. Like he already a legend off that.
Yeah.
Every one of your pillars has a statement win so far, besides Grayson Waller. But losing to AJ Styles is no Nothing to be ashamed about.
No.
As long as he beat LA Knight, he got to beat the brakes off old boy. You got to beat him. You got to beat him.
I was confused at first when he brought out LA Knight, but I was like, oh yeah,
He took him out
because they got history. So.
Yeah.
But I agree. You do need to beat that boy ass.
Facts, man.
Because I don't think face LA Knight is going to hit at all. So y'all got to get him the fuck out of here.
Nah, son. Get that done quickly. Send his ass up to Raw, SmackDown, wherever.
Yeah.
Because that's where he gonna shine at.
Right.
And he can shine elsewhere. Like they talking about Corey Graves got cleared. If Corey Graves probably shouldn't, but if he wanted to get back in the ring full time, you need somebody at that commentary table. LA Knight would be perfect.
Listen. I'm convinced that they only did that so that
Corey got to get that spot in the Rumble. That's all that is.
Oh no, he will. But I'm convinced that the main reason they did that was to give some people free reign to start regulating on this motherfucker when he starts talking wild. If he gets too comfortable talking when he go like it's almost as bad as JBL when he was on commentary.
Man,
JBL was out of pocket, but Corey getting up there with how comfortable he getting talking wild and crazy. So somebody.
He was going in on Dana Brooke. I was like, hold on, son.
For no reason.
Hold on, let's reel that back in a little bit, bro.
I'm sitting up there like, yo, is Vince telling you to bury this shit? Because, like, what did she do to you? She ain't been on TV for you to be having this opinion. But nah, man, he be talking entirely too greasy when he over there. So somebody got to give him the hands for that. And not have it look weird because it's like, oh, he's not clear. No, he is. He's going to take this bump today.
Speaking of Dana Brooke, I think I know, we didn't talk about this when we talked about Raw. I think I know who was going to take that belt from her and hold that shit hostage. Big old Moss. That's going to happen.
That'll be the end of it.
Yeah, he going to,
honestly, that'll be the end of it, and it should be the end of it because
it should. It's run its course. It ran its course a couple years ago.
It's been a good couple years now. Like we can move on. We need to move on.
I think after Gronk won it, it kind of peaked. Like that was it.
Which that was your real opportunity to get rid of it anyway. Because I mean, dude won it and went back to the league. Like,
right.
All right, let it be. Don't go chasing them for it no more. Like, it's gone now. It's
gonna get it back. Had Madcap Moss beat him at his crib.
Oh.
One more thing, NXT. We talk about Madcap Moss. We ain't gonna talk about Madcap Moss, but we'll talk about the show he was on. One more thing with NXT. I feel like is Ted DiBiase returning to NXT in some shape or form? Because there was an announcement that Von Wagner, his fine was paid by a mystery individual, and his suspension was lifted for beating the shit out of the Chase University guy. I don't know who else has enough money to foot that bill besides $1 Million Man.
Nah, that wouldn't make sense.
It could make sense.
We already had like, cause Ted was basically, well, I mean, he wasn't like a heel when he came back. He was just an antagonist, basically. And then they shifted Cameron Grimes to being a face, and being DiBiase's mentor in the end. So I mean, bringing him back for Von Wagner, that don't make sense for me.
Von Wagner needs something.
Unless he does. He really does. I don't know, unless they want to introduce somebody new or somebody else that's coming to work backstage or be a valet or something like that. I don't know. I do know that it better be good, because I don't know what the appeal is of Von Wagner to people. Like he a good wrestler, but I don't see the appeal that is leading to him getting this to such a push. People backstage talking, saying he a future Mania main eventer and shit.
To quote our boy Kyle from the Apron Bump podcast, He does all the trophy big man stuff aggressively average. Which is very true.
And yeah, that about sums it up. It really does.
I just want to take like a sander or something to this man's forehead and just level it down a little bit because that shit bothers me.
Yo, oh my God. Bro.
Like hammer it in something.
Yeah, I don't.
I've never been bothered by the shape of somebody's face as much as I am about Wagner's.
Yeah.
I don't mean to talk bad about people and talk about how people look, man.
Yeah, gotta be honest.
One day I could wake up and my forehead start growing like that too. I don't know the cause of it, but like, goddamn, bro. You ain't never been able to wear a hat in your life.
Nah.
All bad. All bad. Let's move on to SmackDown, man. SmackDown airing from the greatest city in America, ladies and gentlemen, Omaha, Nebraska, my hometown. I was excited. Whenever Omaha get a show, I'll be kind of hating if I'm not there. I was like, damn. So like, I used to go to all these shows all the time. I'm not there. But I'll be hating like I don't live in Vegas and we don't get way better shows from WWE here. Omaha get filler shows. Like we've always gotten a filler episode or something. Like when I was a kid, we had an episode of Raw here. I say here, but it's an episode of Raw in my hometown. The very next week, The Rock came back. I was like, wow, this nigga couldn't come back last week. I was like, damn.
Listen, most electrifying man in sports entertainment, and now in all entertainment, he ain't showing up to no Omaha. No offense to y'all.
Hey, he used to back in the day.
I mean, that was before he was, most electrifying man.
This was 2004. This is before he came back to help me coach.
My man had already been doing movies. Like, what already happened? Like, y'all can't afford Pete. Come on, man.
Shit, Brock showed up. Brock was there. He was on SmackDown. And he showed up. Stone Cold was there.
That was oh man.
That was the episode I told y'all Chris Jericho had a concert.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see Fozzy in wrestling or just in general. Like
you remember when it was an episode of Raw, like right before John Cena and Jericho fought at SummerSlam.
Battle of the Bands?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Fozzy performed. That crowd was quiet. I watched this shit back like last year, like, yo, they quiet. Let's talk about SmackDown though, man. Roman and Seth, they had a little face off in the ring, and they've already done enough to build to the match for me, just off of that alone. Like, I mean, they didn't have to do much before because I was going to enjoy it, but like they really just like the history is there. I remember 10 years ago, the Shield 10-year anniversary is coming up in November of this year. I remember back then, they was talking about like these three are the future of this company. One of them left, but the other two, the future is now. They're clearly the two top guys in the company. They're clearly the Rock and Austin of this current era as far as like, the hierarchy goes in the company. That's a factual thing. And it was clear, like, and big shout out to Roman Reigns too, as well. Before I forget to mention this, 504 days as of today is the longest reigning Universal Champion, passing up Brock Lesnar's record, 503 days. And Roman Reigns was on screen almost every week besides like 4. So big shout out. I pressed the wrong soundboard. My apologies.
That's spooky.
Spooky soundboard is trying to creep. My bad. Roman Reigns. Players fuck up.
I'm about to say Spooky on vacation till October.
Right. It's January, dog. What you doing? Get your ass back in hibernation. Sit down. Sit. Sit. Motherfucker. Damn, it threw me off my game.
No, I agree, man. Like this is that anywhere that's a Mania main event if you wanted to book it. Uh, did Roman say nigga? Did you think he did?
I did not see the footage, but because I'm too mesmerized with the promo to really notice it at the time. I had no idea this was a thing because I log off of Twitter after SmackDown, so I won't be knowing. I still haven't seen it. I can't find it nowhere. However, I don't think anybody should be mad at it because I seem to recall y'all trying to claim Roman Reigns as being black a couple months ago on Twitter. And in that case, y'all can't be mad if he did say it because y'all wanted him to be black so bad. Like y'all want Zelina Vega to be black so bad. I don't get it. She's not. Roman Reigns is not. Even though Samoans might be. We talked about this. I think in my head canon, Samoans are like Eastern Africans mixed with some sort of like island Asian, all the way like back in the day, and they just kind of became Samoans over time.
Yeah, they island people like that.
They island niggas. What is it? Like, Samoans ain't nothing but Samoan niggas.
Right, like that's the way I always saw it. It's like, yo, y'all island people, y'all good ass black at this point, like, but like, no. But
Also say nigga
all the time.
Like one, you can look at them and tell they say nigga, but like,
yeah,
they say like they literally said nigga on social media before. I don't think nobody's ever noticed enough to care.
Right.
Or maybe y'all just thought they was black. I don't know.
Nah, but the replay for me was inconclusive. It just sounded like he was just, having that pause. And they pause and make that noise as they go into something else. It's like that's what it sounded like to me. So I don't know. I mean, I don't care if he did it smooth as hell. That's what I said. So
remember Stephen A said nigga please on air.
Oh my god.
And then
he can't tell me. He cannot tell me he didn't say, look, bro,
that is blasphemous. I did not say that. You did, bro. You said it a few times. You said it a few times.
You got caught slipping. You ain't want to lose your checks. I get it. But you said nigga. I heard you.
We heard you, bro. We heard you, dog. What else happened on SmackDown, man? The Viking Raiders get a shot at the tag titles. The Usos, do they win? I'm gonna tell you, like, I don't really care about the Viking Raiders enough to.
Yeah.
I feel like they should not beat the Usos. Like the Usos need to lose to somebody that I know they're gonna really like push to the moon, and I don't have trust in the Viking Raiders being that team.
Well, this is the problem, right? Because everybody was over the moon when they signed War Machine, because that was the team that if they were still presented like that, and you put them against the Usos, we're having a different conversation. But then you brought in War Machine, they go through NXT, still presented the same way, they're fine. But then they finally lose the titles, and then they come up to the main roster, and you completely botch up what they're supposed to be. They go from that they can't be War Machine because we don't promote war on TV, which
I mean that's probably a network thing. So I get you got to follow the people that pay your checks.
I figured, but it's like then you the started off with the Viking Experience, which
what was y'all thinking with
that? That's DOA, like from the jump. Then it was the Viking Raiders, so like.
And they really are Viking people in real life. That's really what they into.
Yeah.
For real. So like it's them, like they live in a gimmick. They do it, they did the best they can do with it. But like I don't think people really care about that type of culture, on a national televised audience like this.
But the
I
real
think that
thing,
might be the case.
What really put the nail in the coffin was the whole thing that they did with Street Profits. Like, listen, I'm all for.
I enjoyed that though.
Yeah, but I'm all for coming up with creative stuff, especially during
until they brought the ninjas in, all
right.
Right.
Yeah, like you come up with stuff, and you bringing up new ideas, stuff like that. You had the pandemic, like you got to do something fresh. But we just got into the point of insanity at one point. Like you had Tozawa come out with these ninjas and shit like that, getting dumped in a trash can, and like you killing their credibility.
Yeah.
Like you can't take them serious. And that all of that, everything that led up to that, and then that happened. It's like now, like you said, we can't see them as credible enough to be beating the Usos and have it, be the statement that that's supposed to be at this point. Because Usos, I done said it. It's not a debate to me. They are the best tag team in the game right now. So if you're gonna beat the best tag team in the game, that means you elevating another tag team. And I can't see a base to stand on for elevating this team because of the way you presenting them. It just ain't working for me.
Yeah, and I just kind of came back to TV recently, and I mean they haven't done much other than it's like win a couple matches here and there. There's been nothing character-wise to get me to care about them, so I just don't. So until that happens, I mean they can rehab anybody. Like we're not about to let the stuff with the Street Profits from 2 years ago kind of hold down what they're doing right now. Because like I mean. Look at Bobby Lashley. He was in one of the worst segments ever.
Oh.
And he was fine a couple years later. So like we ain't gonna hold that against them, but you just gotta give us a reason to care about that, or that's all we're gonna think about.
Speaking of that segment, shout out
for
to
the Hurt
Max
Business.
Caster.
Yeah.
Shout out to Max Caster. Never forget where you came from.
Yeah, facts. I meant to say this when we was talking about that rap album. Bobby Lashley is the most talented person in that family. What else happened on SmackDown? Aaliyah sets a match time record with a 3.7 seconds.
Woo!
So all that means is Natalya set another record herself as well that she can lay claim to. It's not a favorable record, but it's a record nonetheless. Looks like we getting another final run from Lita, which is good because I remember the last final run, y'all kind of tried to shit on her legacy.
Which I didn't, I really
had Crime Time selling her panties.
Yeah, I really didn't understand that. Like, who did she piss off that y'all did that to her? Like,
happy birthday, Shad, by the way.
The whole thing with facts. The whole thing with her and Edge was a year before that. It blew over. We got it out of our system. It's done. But what was it that happened within the past couple months that made y'all say, "Oh, we just gonna send her out all the way bad"? You know what I'm saying? Like that. She's retiring.
They felt like it.
Yeah, it's like I don't get that. Like for somebody who did so much for y'all over time, it's like that one thing that happened that allowed anybody to see her in a negative light, and it's like between that and whatever else went on behind the scenes, it's like how you gonna put somebody through that was clearly gonna be a Hall of Famer at some point in time.
Yeah.
I never understood that.
Yeah, I mean neither, but it looks like they making up for that as they seem to do sometimes to make up for it. So looks like we might get her and Charlotte in the feud, and I would not be opposed to Lita getting another reign and then dropping it back to Charlotte. Let her win it at Saudi Arabia or something.
I've been saying I wanted.
Y'all do it with everybody else. Might as well.
When we started getting some legends back, when they first announced the Women's Rumble, I said, "Listen,
her and Trish were around for a little bit,
right? Like I wanted to see. This is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see Charlotte, Lita, and then I still want to see Trish and Sasha. Like,
man,
give me that at some point in time. Like, I need to see it.
SummerSlam.
So I ain't mad at it.
Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank. Let me get Trish Stratus versus Sasha Banks at Money in the Sasha Banks. I need that. I'm gonna be there.
Yes, sir.
I've never. Sasha Banks, my favorite women's wrestler. I've never seen her wrestle before. It's been like 4 opportunities, and she was not booked on any show.
I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna speak this into existence because it needs to happen. Sasha Banks needs to win Money in the Bank in Vegas. You cannot create more parity than that. You can't.
Condolences to Sasha Banks, though.
Oh, okay, because she out.
Her dad died.
Oh shit! I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, it was like yesterday. Yeah, Snoop posted a picture of his uncle, which is Sasha's dad. So, made that conclusion off of that. Condolences, though.
Yeah. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Oh yeah, that's how we transition into the next one. I thought you heard about that.
I did it.
Dropped the bomb on you. My fault. Elsewhere, we got Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville complaining about the heat in the building. First of all, it is 5 degrees outside and it's snowing. So of course the heat is on in the building. It's an arena. Yeah, come on, son. Yeah, but Naomi caught Sonya slipping without her jacket on. Said, "Hey, I thought you was, the boss with the jacket on. Should have beat her ass, but she didn't. I don't care. Adam Pearce stopping you. Like she said what she said, and what she said is no longer the case here. So I should be able to beat that ass. But we need this. We need this.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
I told y'all this last week. I need it wrapped up. Yeah, it is still kind of dragging his feet a little bit. Naomi and Sonya still have not had a proper match. Y'all got one more week to announce it for Royal Rumble.
Yeah, we pushing about 5-6 months. I'm tired. I'm just tired. Like I laughed at this. I really did, because all I'm thinking is like, damn, Naomi really back there just
like, bro,
pushing that thermostat. So like, tell you like, take that jacket off so I can throw you the hands at you real quick.
Listen, at this point, go to employee relations and let them know what is going on. File a written complaint. File a complaint of everything. You know what? This is a nationally televised show that we're talking about. So you have actual footage to support your claim. So what we doing here?
You ain't gotta do that.
If you ain't gonna beat her ass, do it another way. Like, you just taking this punishment. I feel like you enjoy this.
All you need to do, like, and people say this all the time, and I don't know why we don't just hint at it. Your husband is in the bloodline.
Man,
the bloodline runs the show. All you got to do is say, "Yo, babe, this chick in here is on my nerves. She harassing me. She's holding me down. She stopped messing my messages up. She is a problem. I need to throw hands with her. Can you get me in the ring with her? Okay, cool. Let's go talk to Tribal Chief. Hey, Tribal Chief, wifey got a problem. Sonya, she out here. She got issues right now. So she need to get in here. Okay, cool. She can go out to the ring and say, yo.
Roman can easily punk Adam Pearce out.
Right. It's like, yo, this is family. You've been disrespecting family. So what you gonna do is you gonna get Sonya out here without her jacket, get in this ring, and have this match. Simple as that. Who gonna reject? Who gonna say no to that? Who gonna fight that? Nobody. And we gonna be at ringside to make sure y'all don't try nothing funny.
Mm-hmm.
Simple. That's all you got to do. I don't know why we're not. I don't know why we're not doing it. That's good TV. That could be a main event segment if you play it right.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Y'all can book that through the whole show.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad. And then have her win the title too.
Right.
Y'all can do that next week. God damn it. I know it's too close to the Rumble, but shit. Might as well.
I don't care.
That's not really what I would do if I was booking, because time is not on the side. But like you said, it's been about 5-6 months. Y'all could have been did something. So
I can't do it. I don't know which storyline or angle has been running longer. This between Sonya and Naomi, or the Veer, travel to Raw tour.
Sonya and Naomi.
Because
that one been going on since around SummerSlam, since like a little bit after that.
Because I was about to say they both kind of kicked off.
Did they even run a video package for Veer this past week?
No.
They must have forgot. So like Roy Jones.
It's either they skipped a week or like they might have just gave up on it. But like they both kind of started kicking around the same time the draft. So it's like, yeah, what is we doing?
It don't make no sense to have your stories run that long. You got people bragging about 2-year stories. No, man, get it done and over with. Story shouldn't take more than like 3 months. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Some
it's
do like some stories do take like 6 months to tell, like Daniel Bryan, but
he had matches he had matches in between and stuff that happened. Like he had a whole saga
with the people who were
Randy.
antagonizing him.
Right.
Yeah.
Like him and Randy went at it for months. And they were all good matches.
Yeah. But we get Naomi versus Charlotte next week though. So we'll see how that goes. I don't really have much optimism, but
because the rules are gonna change at some point.
Yeah, they're gonna do the same shit they've been doing. Yeah, well, we'll see. And one last thing I have to say about SmackDown, Insane is way better than Jackass. Prove me wrong. Taking too long to prove me wrong. I'm right.
I don't know.
Shinsuke Nakamura, defend your title, sir. That's all I got for SmackDown.
That I agree with, because I said this already. I'm so sick and tired of this disrespect to one of the most prestigious titles in the company's history. It's ridiculous. Stop putting your mid-card titles on people that
every time he get a belt, he don't want to defend it. So why you scared?
I don't get it. And like I heard, they're saying that Shinsuke might be out because he got an injury, but he hasn't been injured the entire time he's been champion. You just haven't been using him. Now, if he's hurt, whatever. But
I mean, they've been using him, but he just gets on TV. He wrestles here and there, and he does whatever the hell he do with the guitar gun.
Yeah, it was the same thing when he had the U.S. title. It's like you just put it on him, and you don't use him. So it's like
now, he wasn't getting used when he was U.S. champion. I forgot he was around.
Right. It's like, why are you gonna just sit this there to not feature a mid-card title? Like that doesn't make sense.
It's because he's scared.
This nigga's scared.
That's all I got though.
Like I would have at this point, I would have accepted Corbin taking the belt off him. And I where I stand on that particular topic. I don't even get into it. But that's how bad it is. For me.
He would have accepted the happy one.
Reluctantly, but yeah, I'll accept it.
What it is. As long as you accept it, man. That's all I got today on this show. Do you got anything else to add?
Nah, I'm good.
Nah, man. So we good. In that case, get your socials plugged in. Let's talk about the Havoc Hour and all that.
Oh yeah.
All that, everything.
Y'all can find me at ReekHavoc24 on Instagram and on Twitter, and go check out the Havoc Hour on all the streaming platforms where you find Young Kings Wrestling as well. And we got the video versions up on YouTube. I just saw Scream this past weekend, so I gotta get with my panel. Did you see it yet?
By the lack of Scream dialogue on this show, I did not yet.
Yeah, no. So I'm gonna get the panel together. Whenever you see it, let me know. We'll get the panel together. We're gonna do a review. It might, go through the franchise too.
I might go tomorrow. I might go see tomorrow. Depending on how I feel. Yeah.
And then, playoffs just started. We just finished the wild card weekend just a few minutes ago.
Playoffs?
I might have to. Yeah. Yes, sir. So gotta get some going to talk about that a little bit and some other news. So keep a lookout for some new content.
Yeah, man. And I am Thespian TC Fontaine. You can follow me on Instagram if you feel so inclined to at tc.fontaine. You can also follow me on Instagram at FOYPhoto702. You can follow Young Kings Wrestling on Instagram at YKWrestling_. But if you want to follow us anywhere else on social media, we at YK Wrestling by itself. The only reason there's an underscore on Instagram is something happened last year that we don't like to harp on too much in the new year because we like to stay positive, but Instagram needs some hoes. Just letting y'all know that. Big facts. And follow Young Kings Wrestling everywhere. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify, iTunes, whatever other podcast platforms that allow you to follow shows. Follow us. I think they got a follow function on iHeart. So check us out, man.
Yes, sir.
And
And
we
five-star review.
yeah, it looks like 5-star review. And happy MLK Day. So if you got to work tomorrow and you got a white boss, you are free to slap him in the face. So I've heard.
Or quit.
Or that too, but without consequence, you can assault him. MLK Day, that's what he fought for. Not really, but what if that was the case though?
That's a good question. Think about it.
Alternate
Pop
history,
rules.
facts. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna write a show about an alternate history about how things will work after civil rights. If they just say, yo, black people can do whatever y'all want, I wonder what that would be like. That's money. Do not take my idea.
Comedy Central.
Yeah. Twitter.
You know y'all like to steal shit.
And I know y'all on wrestling Twitter like to steal stuff too. Y'all might take my idea.
All the time. All the time. Watching y'all.
We watching y'all. We watching y'all. And we gone. Gone.